$100,000 investment portfolio that I've accumulated at the age of 40. Now, what I'm sharing today is basically what's my current investment portfolio value, the different assets that I have at this moment in time. So basically, what does it consist of? I also share with you how long it took for me to reach this mark, and then what's next. Once I hit the 100k, do I have the next goal, or what's my next step? Now, at this current moment, it has already exceeded $100,000 at the end of 2024, and do mind you, this is at SGD value, Singapore dollars. The assets includes a combination of different safer to riskier assets. Some are a bit more liquid, while some are meant to be kept to be invested for 10 years or even more. Now, for the sake of this video, I categorize them into two different simple assets. One which is the safer assets, and most of it would consist of the Singapore savings bonds. And I did put in some of my money into some of the robo-advisors like Momo, Stashaway, and Scythe, and as well I bought a bit of gold. So this is the breakdown. At this current moment in time, or at the end of 2024, I had about 9.2k in cash in my bank. Stashaway, I had about 15.5k. Scythe Cash Plus, it's 10.5k. Singapore Savings Bonds, it's at the value of 7.5k, while gold I bought about 2.6k worth at the time of purchase. So adding up the value based on my safe assets, it's about $45,300. Now, what about the riskier assets? Now, riskier assets would mainly be what I would just deem it as those in the stock market. So for those in the stock market, over time, I actually accumulated different stocks, from US stocks to some of the Singapore stocks, Chinese stocks, and some ETFs. So just to go down the list, I have Tesla, I have Palantir. These two stocks are my high performing stocks at this current moment in time. And slightly more safer stocks includes Google, Coca-Cola, Nike, and Visa. Now, for Singapore stocks, there are a lot more dividends in play, so to speak. So for Parkway REITs, aiming for the dividends. For Kim Lee and for OCBC Bank, it's the same as well. Now, for Kim Lee and OCBC Bank, I actually kind of just bought them in recent times. For Chinese stocks, at this moment in time, they are not my high performing stocks, because over the past few years, we do know Alibaba have been going down in value, and I actually bought Alibaba at one of its highest price point. But over time, across this timeline, across the few years, I actually buy down. As the price go down, I continue to accumulate a few stocks. So at this moment in time, my average price for Alibaba is about $95. For Tencent, I do made a bit because I bought it when it was at its low point. Now for ETF, I bought Lion OCBC Securities, HST in short, and Lion OSPL APAC Fin in short is YLD. So these are the few so-called riskier assets. Now, in terms of value, Tesla is now currently at 14,405. Palantir, I have about 24,352. Google, I have about only 1,262. Coca-Cola, 2,459. Nike, about 3k. Visa, 1,256. So in total value, my portfolio for US stocks is about 46,736. Now for Singapore stocks value is slightly lower because I did not really buy a lot. Parkway REIT is about 3k. Kim Lee, I just bought it because the price is actually very low. So but anyway, I just bought and currently is about $325 worth. OCBC Bank 1669, and for my Singapore stocks, it's currently at 4994. Now Chinese stocks, Alibaba is about 8994. Tencent is about 2,800. Lion, for the two ETFs, for HST is at a value of 4,800, whereas for YLD it currently only have about $111.50. So in total for Chinese stocks and ETFs in combined value of 16,742.50. Now, with all that adding in place, you can see just a brief overview. I've just exceeded the 100k mark at this current moment in time, or rather at end of 2024, it was about $113,772.50. But of course, as every day, the prices do change in terms of the stock market. So I have no idea what price point I am right now, but it should not deviate too much around this. Now, basically, this video actually is more of just sharing, like how did I actually get to this point. So in this video, I'm just going to share, I actually took about 4.5 years to accumulate this 100k. For some might think that it is too long of a time duration to accumulate this. For some, you might find it amazing that I could actually accumulate 100k, but all you need to know briefly is when COVID hit, I was at probably at my lowest point. I did not have any savings. It was at that point where I came to this realization that I had to do something to my savings account and also towards my investments. So that is where I took investments more seriously at that point of time, and at this moment in time, that's how I hit my 100k mark. So what's next? Of course, everyone's financial situation is different. I'm currently married with 2 kids of my own. And in this moment in time, I'm trying to look towards to improve my dividends share portfolio. So if you just now see my value in terms of the Singapore shares is quite low in terms or as comparing to those in the US stock market. So I hope to improve or increase the shares in terms of buying shares that has more dividends play. I hope to research and invest more of such companies, and I'm tend to probably look into more local companies. Therefore, I mentioned one of the few recent buys was Kimley and OCBC. Now, comments down below. This is closing to the end of the video, but is my portfolio similar to you or different from yours? What do you think of my next target of increasing this dividend investing? Is it a sound goal to work on, or should I actually ride on the high wave, because now a lot of the US stocks are actually going up? But in my opinion, based on my situation, I feel that I have to deviate away from the US market for a while and just to go into more on dividend investing, because I want to look into the dividends play, and hopefully that can give me some of the passive income that most dividend investors would tend to look and achieve. Now with that, I've come to the end of the video, and I hope you like and share and subscribe.